Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will discuss about VED analysis. In the previous video lecture, we have seen that ABC analysis. These type of analysis are part of inventory management technique. VED analysis is also a inventory management technique which is using in production plant or any manufacturing plant for better management of inventory. Here V stands for vital, D stands for desirable, and E stands for essential. These are the components which are using in or raw material or any machinery item or any spare parts using in any manufacturing plant like vital component or vital raw material, desirable component or desirable raw material, same like essential component or essential raw material. Inventory is classified as the functional importance under the following three categories. The VED analysis on the basis of the functional importance. One is vital, one is essential, and another one is desirable. Vital, in the vital category, items without which treatment comes to a standstill, non-availability can be tolerated. The vital items are stocked in evidence, essential item, and very strict control. Essential items are items whose non-availability can be tolerated for 2 to 3 days because similar or alternative items are available. Essential items are stocked in medium amounts. Purchase is based on rigid requirements and the reasonably strict watch. The desirable item is item which non-availability can be tolerated for a long period. Desirable items are stocked in a small amount and purchase is based on the usage estimates. Here the word significant of vital, essential and the desirable. Vital components are that component which affect directly our rate of production and it leads to the ideal machining and ideal manpower. Thus, it is a very important component or any very important raw material we generally kept in vital category. But in the if any component is kept from vital category and if our inventory is stock out from the vital category, then our production will stop until the that raw material has come to our inventory. And in the essential type of inventory control, those items which if this item is non available from the essential category, then the production rate is not affected to 2 or 3 days. And if we coming to the desirable category, then the production rate is not affected during a long time like 7 days, 15 days or 13 days. Then on the basis of requirement of that component or on the basis of requirement of that raw material, we are placing different type of components in these groups: vital, essential and desirable. This is the overall theoretical aspect of VED analysis. Like VED ranking may be done on the basis of shortage cost of material, which can be either quantified or qualitatively expressed. The fundamental question behind VED analysis is what item could your business not operate without? Because in the VED analysis, we analyze at the importance of that component in our industry. In most manufacturing environment, there are a few components without which production will grind to a halt. Failing to order those items on time is clearly an expensive mistake. Expensive mistakes here represent the idling of machine, idling of manpower, because no machine is running or no manpower is working that time in a particular industry, and our production will either stopped or very slow because the absence of these items. In VED method, vital, essential, and desirable, each stock items is classified on either vital, essential, or desirable based on how critical the item is, providing for health services or providing for the production services. The vitals items are stocked in abundance, essential items are stocked in medium, and the desirable items we stock in a small amount, as we have discussed earlier. Vital and essential items are always in a stock with means a minimum disruption in services offered to the people. These are the some advantages of VED analysis. It is useful for monitoring and control of stores and spares inventory by classifying them into three categories. But one thing is kept always in mind, that the basis of the categorization is the importance of that part in any manufacturing plant. It determines the critically an item and it affect on production and the other services, because it clearly uh, determine the necessity of that item in any manufacturing process or in any manufacturing plant. And on the basis of that necessity, we kept in three group, as we know: VED analysis, vital, essential, and desirable. It is useful for controlling and maintain the stocks of various types, but the types is always on the basis of essentiality of the component in the manufacturing plant. Here, one thing is also important. This is the overall form VED analysis. Another one technique is just in time management, originated in Japan in the 1960s and 70s by the Toyota Motor Corp. The method allows companies to save significant amount of money and reduce waste by keeping only the inventory they need to produce and sell product. Just in time management represent the essentiality of that component, or what are the various component which is very essential to use in any production method or use in any manufacturing plants, and only we have to purchase that type of material which is very essential, like vital or essential or desirable. This approach reduce storage and insurance cost. Of course, if you know about the limited component which is very essential for our production or which affect directly the production rate, then we only buy that minimum requirement or minimum order quantity of that type of component. Thus overall it reduces the our storage facility and insurance cost, transportation cost, ordering cost. Overall cost will be reduced by applying just in time management, as the cost of liquidating or discarding excess inventory. Here the overall the picture of just in time management. This is the production line. Customer place order. Inventory management contains supplier companies and the raw material. Here the production line, delivery of the products, or a production gets customer gets product. Here customer wants to get a product, it contact to the inventory manager, then inventory manager contact to the suppliers, then supplier contact to the companies, and on the basis of that requirement, the production line of the companies uh, make that type of product. Here the finished good out from the company, the delivery of the product is going to final customers and customer get the product. So just in time inventory management can be risky because sometime if we talking about only minimum order quantity, then we in due to some uncircumstances reason our raw material stock would be stock out in near future. If demand unexpectedly speaks, the manufacturer may not be able to source the inventory it needs to meet that demand, damaging its reputation with customers and driving business towards competitors. Even the small delay can be problematic if a key input does not arrive just in time or bottlenecks can result. This is the overall from the just-in-time manufacturing. In this video lecture, we have seen two topics. One is VED analysis and one is JIT or just in manufacturing, just in time technique. In VED, we have seen that the definition, steps, and various advantages and disadvantages of VED analysis. Thank you. Thank you all. Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will discuss about cutting tool geometry of single point cutting tool. We have prepared two video lecture. First one is defined about single point cutting tool, and the second one is related to multi-point cutting tool. In this topic, we are discussing about this type of content, like types of cutting tool, in which we will see that there are two type of cutting tool, a single point cutting tool and the multi-point cutting tool. In the single point cutting tool, we will see the cutting plane, tool assumptions working plane, tool back plane, tool reference plane, and the tool signature. And in the second video, we will discuss about multi-point cutting tool like twist drill, milling cutter. These two types of multi-point cutting tool we will discuss in another video. These are the two types of cutting tool. One is represent here single point cutting tool, and another one is here multi-point cutting tool. This is single point cutting tool and this is multi-point, or this is known as drill bit. In single point cutting tool, there is only one cutting edge represent on the single point cutting tool, or there is geometry of only one cutting edge on single point cutting tool. And normally we are using the single point cutting tool for the various operations on lathe machine. On the other hand, if you're talking about multi-point cutting tool, then multi-point cutting tool consists two or more than two cutting edges. Like here in this picture, you have seen that there are three cutting edges. There is one, there is two, and here is third one is. We have seen that two cutting edges in the drill bit. One is associated with this edge and another is associated with this cutting edge. Thus, according to definition, the multi-point cutting tool has two or more than two cutting edges. Then this type of tool is known as multi-point cutting tool. Here, single point cutting tool, some definitions like cutting operation is done with having a wedge shape or one cutting angle. Such shape is obtained by the intersection of rack surface and the flank surface. This intersection gives rise to a sharp edges called cutting edge. We are talking about the intersection between the rack surface and the flank surface. A cutting tool should have at least one flank and a rack angle. Then, if cutting tool consists one flank and then the rack angle, then this gives a intersection or one cutting edge for cutting purpose. There is overall geometry of single point cutting tool. Like this overall part is called face. Here you can see that this is the cutting edge corner or nose radius. Here it is side cutting end cutting edge. Here is known as side cutting edge. This is known as flank or main flank or principal flank. This is known as minor flank, just below the minor cutting edge or end cutting edge. This is known as face or rack surface, where all cutting angle is associated. And this is the sang, known as sang. And the direction of cut is into going to this direction, like from here to here in this direction. So this is the overall dimensions of single point cutting tool. The main principle of single point cutting tool is it is responsible for cutting action during machining, and it is also called side cutting edge. Uh, the principal cutting edge or the main cutting edge, it is the responsible for cutting action during the machining process, and it is also known as side cutting edge. Auxiliary or minor cutting edge, like it's occur in a some cutting action, and it is used for surface smoothing. It is also known as end cutting edge. These are the various assumptions of cutting plane where we can apply the application of single point cutting tool on lathe machine for various applications or for various machining process like facing, turning, chamfering, etc. Uh, these are the planes like side rack angle, side relief angle. Uh, on the back plane, there is associated of three angle: back rack angle, wedge angle, end relief angle, and on the surface of tool reference plan, end cutting edge and the side cutting edge is associated. This is the representation of side rack angle and the side relief angle. As side rack angle increases, the strength of tool increases. Here forces are decreased, some amount of forces are decreased. Power required for machining is decreased during the operation by side rack angle. Generally, side rack angle is between 5 to 15 degree. Uh, by given the any tool, this increase the overall life of the single point cutting tool. Here relief angle is useful to avoid rubbing or avoid friction between tool and the workpiece. Here are the back angle or this is known as back rack angle. Here one point of back rack angle is associated with the nose radius. This is end relief angle, and the tool life is also dependent on back rack angle or the our cutting speed. The nature of chip formation is also depend on back rack angle. Like if we increase back rack angle, then the strength of tool increases, forces on tool decreases, power required for machining is decreased, and its overall increases our tool life. Maximum rack angle can be plus 45 degree to minus 10 degree, and the 0 degree back rack angle is suitable for thread cutting. Here, if we increase relief angle, then the strength of tool decreases. Forces are slightly decreased on the single point cutting tool. Tool life slightly increases, but not as much as increases in back rack angle. This is the angle of tool reference plan, like side cutting edge angle or end cutting edge angle. Here this is known as nose radius. Cutting edge angle mainly influence the surface finish of the component. As side cutting edge angle increases or decreases, the surface finish increases and the nose size increases. Side cutting edge angle varies from 0 to 35 degrees in single point cutting tool. Also, up to the certain value of increasing side cutting edge angle, we obtain following results. Like if we increase value of side cutting edge angle, then the following particular action can be happen on single point cutting tool. Like it's increase the overall tool life, uh, but friction decreases due to more contact with workpiece. Width of the chip increases with results more tool vibration, because if we increase the side cutting edge angle, the volume of physical contact between cutting tool and the workpiece is more and more. Then the width of chips is increases, then it increase the more tool vibration or more sounds during machining process. This is the tool signatures, like the value of angle in tool signature. These are the various types of value which is consist in different planes of single point cutting tool. According to American Standard Association, ASA, we can put this value, or we can made our single point cutting tool according to this value, or the orthogonal rack system ORS system. We are considering these degrees of angle while making single point, while producing or manufacturing single point cutting tool. Like back rack angle, 0 degree in ASA and 5 degree in orthogonal rack system. Side rack angle is 10 degree in ASA. End relief angle is 6 degree. Side relief angle is also 6 degree. End cutting edge angle is 10 degree. Side cutting edge angle 12 degree, and the nose radius is approx of 1 mm. On the other hand, in ORS value or in orthogonal rack system value, we can consider, or we generally consider, these type of value for angles in single point cutting tool. Like back rack angle up to 5 degree, side rack angle 10 degree, end relief angle 6 degree, side relief angle also 6 degree. End cutting edge angle here, the almost half of the value compared to the ASA, if you're talking about orthogonal rack system. And the side cutting edge angle, the value of side cutting edge angle is approx uh, to the American Standard Association angles. Nose radius is equal in the according to both association. Thus, these are the various measurements which we are keeping in mind while manufacturing the single point cutting tool. This is the overall from single point cutting tool, in which we have seen that the geometry of the single point cutting tool, types of cutting tool, the various planes of single point cutting tool, and in these various planes there are different type of angles situated on these type of planes. We have discussed on these type of angles also, and the value of the angles which we are keeping in mind or which we are considering during the manufacturing of single point cutting tool. This is the overall form this chapter or this video lecture. Thank you. Thank you all. Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will discuss about various stages of production, quality and inspection, or quality control and the inspection processes. First we are discussing about pre-production quality control and inspection. The safety and efficacy of the finished dosage form is largely dependent on the purity and quality of the raw material. Pre-production quality inspection is related to the quality of raw material which is coming from any vendor or which is coming from any supplier. Physical tests such as particle size for raw materials, flow properties as essential test to assure consistent operation of the production and control system and to assure quality and efficacy. For the better quality of the finished good, it is necessary to we should use best 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 quality raw material having characteristics of best quality, because the dependency of the finished good is directly proportional to the characteristics consist characteristics consisting of the raw material. So pre-production quality control inspection is required. Pre-production quality control inspection uh, benefits as follows. Like, it decreases the quality risk. The inputs can be inspected prior to production, means we can check the quality of the raw material before going to the production floor. Samples are randomly taken and checked. An experienced inspector examining the sample or prototype to make sure that the incoming raw material meets the specific standard or not. Whether development team has clearly continued the requirement to the manufacturing team, whether equipment for mass production is similar to that making prototype. Here are the some requirement of pre-production quality control or pre-production quality control inspection, that the inspection team ensure that the raw material which is coming from any vendor or any supplier meets our desirable characteristics or not. If slightly deviation is more, then we send back to its original source, or then we may send it to return to the supplier. Development team ensure that the raw material is coming from any vendor or supplier is necessary for manufacturing process or not, or it is recommended by manufacturing team or not. It also ensure the for the mass production, if you are making a prototype, then the component or the raw material coming for mass production, it is appropriate for prototyping or not. This is the basically work of quality control inspector or quality control team. After that, the raw material inspection, we assured that the quality of raw material is good enough for making an product. Then that raw material is going to the production floor. We can say that in process inspection means inspection carried out during the machining process on that product. The first product that got out to the line are inspect for conformity, means we confirm that the final product is coming smoothly or not. If issues are raised at this stage, the factory can immediately take action and avoid delays. uh, Suppose we make a plan, we have a plan to produce one component within 2 hours after machining of four process, but at the end of time we have seen that it may take 4 hours and only three machining process have already done. Then we can find out the errors where uh, it may take more time to machining more process. Then if we can say that if any issues are raised or if any errors are found at any stage of machining process, uh, the factory can take immediate action and appropriate methods for eliminate that issue to avoid delays in final product. In process products are rarely checked as it take technician to reliability detect error to unfinished product. uh, in process products are rarely checked because the worker who is working on that machine is work as a self quality checked inspector, or we can we can we can assign a person from quality check department for running quality check process. Inspect the test result from in process test performed for conformance with established sampling and testing protocol, analytical methods and specifications. For example, evaluate the test for weight variation, hardness and friability. All testing must compile with CGMP. The inspection must confirm that the in-process tests were done as described in the plan and ascertain that the results are within specifications or not. Here are the classification of in-process inspection, like trial run inspection, first of inspection, inspection by self-control, decentralized inspection. Like trial run inspection, in this inspection, tools and machines are checked before operation. First of inspection, the items produced in the first production run are inspected and examined with respect to specifications. Inspection by self-control. Inspection by self-control, it is done by the overall operators, which is controlling all operations and which is running at the machine for different level of production process. For decentralized inspection, semi-finished goods are inspected either on machine or we kept or this semi-finished goods sent into the production quality department for check the quality and inspect the characteristics of that product. One is centralized inspection. There can be a single inspection unit for whole plant, or each section have inspection unit to inspect the items. The inspection staff is more experienced and skilled in this case, for inspecting or for quality checking process. Sophisticated and reliable instrument and techniques are used to measure the quality. Hence, centralized inspection is reliable and accurate. This inspection process is reliable and accurate because one any one sample comes to the centralized inspection department and inspect by the very experienced people with the help of reliable instruments. Quality control inspection in production, like component dominant, incoming material must be checked before required specifications. Setup dominant, an operation once set at level remains at that level for long. Hence, products initially, if found free from defects and conforming to specifications, then the operation can be cleared for continuous operation. Machine dominant, operation drift away from initial setup level as operation proceeds. Hence needs periodic inspection for corrective setup. Operator dominant, a certain portion of job is entirely influenced by the operator skill. This is known as operator dominant. Information dominant, all the information including the SOPs, the nature of job is given to the concerned person. Record dominant, the written record and the documentation of every process and test conducted should be maintained. Quality control inspection in analytical. In general, these inspection include the specific methodology which will be used to test a new product, a complete assessment of laboratories conformance with GMPs, or a specific aspect of laboratory operations. Laboratory records and logs represent a vital source of information that allows a complete overview of the technical ability of the staff and of overall quality control procedure. SOPs should be complete and adequate, and the operations of the laboratory should conform to the written procedures. A specification and analytical procedures should be suitable and as applicable in conformance with application commitments and compandile requirements. Document related to the formulation of the products, synthesis of the bulk drug substance, product specification, analysis of the product, and others are examined during the review process in headquarters. Inspections are designed to determine if the data submitted in an application are authentic and accurate, if the procedure listed in the application were actually used to produce the data certain in the application. Additionally, they are designed to confirm that plants are in compliance with CGMP regulations. This is the overall quality check and inspection for incoming raw material, for during the production line, and for the post machining inspection. Like we have seen that uh, make a team who checked the quality of incoming material. And if you're talking about in process quality check, then in process quality check is either done on floor itself, or it done by the centralized quality check department, where material material or quality of object is checked by the experienced team with the help of appropriate machines. This is the overall of the quality check during the process. Thank you. Thank you all.